Even better than I was the last time, baby. Ooh.
We back.
What's up, everybody? I am Jazzy Denise, and welcome back to my channel. Today, in this video, I will be showing you guys how I like to bleach the knots on my lace. This will be able to be used on lace closures and lace frontals. And in order to do so, all you're gonna need is some bleach, some developer, and some purple shampoo. Alright, so right here, I'm gonna show you guys what the knots look like when they are not bleached. You see all of those black dots? That's what we don't want, because that's what's gonna keep your closure or your frontal from looking like scalp. So that's the purpose of bleaching these knots, so we can get rid of all of those little black dots and make them a more toned color like our actual scalp. So to start off, I'm gonna take some of that developer. I'm using 40 volume developer just because it processes a little faster, and I'm gonna put it in my bleach. I realized my bleach was a little runny, so I added some more bleach, and that's the brand that I'm using. That's why it's blue. You can use any type of bleach that you can find, and I'm gonna add some more because the consistency we want is almost like a paste. So that's why you see here on my brush, you want it to be pretty stiff. You don't want it to fall off, but you still want it to have movement, you know, so when I shake it, it should fall. But while I'm holding it still, it should stay in place. So I like to take my closures and place them facing me. So that means the front of your closure where the extra lace is pointing towards you. That way you can start painting the bleach on from the back to the front. So the back can process a little faster because the bleach is on earlier, but that way you won't have as light of a front, you know, around your forehead area. So when you put it on, it's the perfect color. And you're just gonna grab that bleach a little at a time and just start painting it on. There is no special way to do this. The way I like to do it is just to take a little bit of that bleach on the brush, and then I will kind of pat it onto the closure first and then spread it around. Like what you can see right here, I'm separating that little scrunched up part, making it flat so I can make sure that bleach gets all up in those crevices. You don't want to press on the brush because you don't want the you don't want the bleach to seep through the closure onto the hair. All we're doing is trying to bleach the lace and the knots that are tied around the lace. You don't want to bleach the actual hair strands, just those knots. So that's why you want to use a light hand with this. Take your time, you don't have to rush. Make sure you're in a good mood when you're doing this, because again, if you're not, you might end up making a mistake, pressing too hard or anything, and just have fun with it. Just have fun with it. Act like you're coloring or something. It'll be easy, I promise. Once I've got the bleach all over the closure, I like to do a backward stroke with the brush, so that way I can make sure all of those spots where the bleach might actually just be sitting on top of the lace but not seeping through the lace is getting pushed onto the lace and onto those knots. And then I'm gonna take my closure. This is just a little bag that I cut up, a plastic store bag that I cut up. I'm gonna take my closure, lay it flat on the bag, and I'm just gonna take my brush and over paint the edge of the hairline a little bit, just to make sure, even though we might cut this off, that my lace is bleached to perfection in the front. Okay, and since I had some extra bleach, I decided to go ahead and bleach a few strands of hair that I was testing out. If you don't know why I may be doing this, you might want to check out my little journey to a hair company video, selecting a hair vendor, so you can see what that's all about. But I went ahead and just bleached those two just so we can see how bright this hair can get. And just a little quick disclosure, probably should have said this at the beginning. You might want to use gloves when you are bleaching hair because this stuff burns. And if you're not used to it, you might just feel a tingling sensation at first, but make sure you wash your hands afterwards if you're not using gloves, because it will burn. I did let the closure sit for a while. I'm just showing you guys what the bleach should look like underneath. As you can see, it's not going through the lace. It's literally sitting right on the lace, and those knots are changing, okay? So you might want to let it sit, at least this bleach that I'm using here, maybe about 45 minutes, but please don't go over an hour 30. You might over process the hair and you don't want that. So let it sit, and then immediately, once it's about 45 minutes to an hour, wash it out. I'm using this purple shampoo that's from like One and Only. You can use Shimmer Lights if that's what you have. That's another great brand. This works just as fine. I'm gonna go ahead and wash my closure out in some warm water. Alright, so the purpose of using the purple shampoo is to make sure there's no brassiness or anything in the lace. This also works when you bleach some bundles or some hair as well. This is just to ensure that once you put that lace on your scalp, it is perfect, okay? You won't see all of that yellow, orangey undertone. It's just gonna blend in great. This is the lace once it's dried, and as y'all can see, even from this side, bleaching those knots makes a difference. So here is a before of what those knots look like pre-bleached when they was all black, and the after, all you can see is the paper on the other side. That is what we want when it's on our head, okay? And here is the result of me bleaching those test strands. So please go ahead and check out my other video if you haven't already. You guys be you, be beautiful, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.